Hello, hello. What's good? Gonna check that the stream is good on YouTube. Sorry if there's gonna be feedback. Okay. Word. Gonna share the link with a couple friends. As always, Discord's gotta download 5 billion things. And take forever to start.
The perfect song. I know I'm too far gone. Oh, my eyes and forgot all of the notes. By any chance, you know how it goes. There's something up with you, but I just can't get a read on. When you walk into the room, it's like you have a theme song and it's really calling me. So I might as well just do it. Ain't nothing stopping me. It's just when I'm with you, it feels like music.
Gonna open up the Twitch on the side as well. See what's going on.
It's a miracle. You're not New York Catholic and not LA spiritual. I just can't stand when people talk like they're a therapist. But your words sound like they come from God. I can't compare to.
How's everyone doing? Oh, weird. I just looked at my Twitch and I have my Twitter linked to it. So right below my profile is tweets from 2023. Because I don't use Twitter anymore. I should update that. I wonder if they have a Blue Sky integration. Shout out Blue Sky fan. Got some special things planned for today. Gonna start loading a couple things up in the background. Feel free to say hi. Been rocking this album for the past week or so. I'm a bit late to the party. Shout out underscores. Go support her. Album's You. I was telling this to my friend the other day, talking about underscores. Like, I remember I initially had heard about her when I was super active on SoundCloud, just looking for beats and stuff. And I went back through my SoundCloud likes, and I'll just pull it up on stream. I don't have to just yap about it. I can tell you exactly what I'm talking about. But anyways, long story short, I heard of underscores in 2016, I think. And that's when I first heard her music. And then I kind of lost track of what she was doing until like a couple years ago, when one of my good friends from UF, Doug, was like, yo, check out this sick underscores album. I was like, whoa, underscores did an album? And it was like kind of pop-ish. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. So I'm super happy to hear and see that she's been doing so successful and is making such unique music right now. I love that it's kind of a fusion of pop music as well as hyper pop, bass music, all that good stuff. So because I have a lot of likes on SoundCloud, this is naturally going to take 10 years to run. Maybe it's because I have YouTube and Twitch up in the background. Pause the stream. Anyways, I guess this is just gonna keep going. So I'll keep yapping. So I remembered the name underscores, and specifically a track of hers from a long time ago that I remember playing out in Gainesville, Florida, UF. And I think this is it. So I was wrong, not 2016, 2017, I think. But I believe this is the track. Let's listen. SoundCloud's going to be super loud, so we'll turn it down. Yeah, this is it. Age of like Tennyson and Bitbird, Son Hello. Such a cool sound. I love the sort of just fun vocals and how whimsical everything is. And the sound design that kind of echoes it when the vocals cut out. And the synth solo is so sick. I mean, you would know if you heard this back in the day. You knew she had the sauce. And now here she is making really, really cool, futuristic kind of pop music.
Like with the sun and the hills behind me, with the mountain range and the sunset, pink and the clouds.
Beat switch up. mean, I can't blame SoundCloud for being that slow because I have a ridiculous number of tracks that I've liked over the years. Oh, I don't remember there being vocals in the background. But yeah, back to the point of how many tracks I've liked on SoundCloud. 13.7 thousand. I don't think there's a way for me to sort this because I would totally sort by time. Or maybe there is. Is there? No, it's just a filter. But I've been on SoundCloud for ages. For me, on OBS says the chat is still loading, so I'm just gonna keep periodically checking to make sure I'm not missing anything. We're gonna hang out for a couple more minutes before we start jumping into sound design for today. I mean, why not? Why not? We're on SoundCloud, so why not just see what the deal is? I haven't checked SoundCloud in a bit because, for better or for worse, I just focus on using Tidal for everything. But let's see what's going on. I've already liked that, so I've heard it. Oh, need to charge my phone. Okay. For me, I like Zabor. But some of his tracks hit or miss. Let's hear this one. This is a remix of a kind of a classic dubstep track. And I'm gonna do the annoying thing and skip to near the drop to save everybody's time. The great filter. It's tight, but it's not for me. It is cool though. Some rhythm. Let's see what Unit's up to. Rhythm. So it's weird. There's like the music that I want to play as Safco is much more specific than what I enjoy listening to. Like, I enjoy listening to this, but I don't know if I would necessarily play it unless I was doing like a themed, this is a rhythm themed stream, which will be happening soon. Cool. How did I miss this? Because it's 2 years old. I see. I think just the slang dogs love them, but they're kind of clogging my stream with reposts. So glad they finally added the ability to turn off reposts. Otherwise, you would have to do it in your browser. And here's an interesting thing for people that haven't been on SoundCloud and not have been like making music in SoundCloud, following a lot of artists on the EDM sphere is I think it's still kind of a thing, but it was a huge thing where kind of on how the meta right now or a couple years ago to get your music listened to and found was you had to go on Spotify. You had to get on Spotify playlists, and then you had to do whatever you had to do to get on Spotify playlists, and that meant like not really payola, but you kind of had to have the right connections and the analog on here on SoundCloud was to get a large label or like a repost network or like a curator page that had a lot of followers to repost your song. And reposting is like when you click this little thing and it basically posts it again, but it says that someone reposted someone else's track. And it's a cool idea because it allows you to kind of like share, music from other people and like kind of curate, hey, like if I'm a big artist, I can repost people's work that I like that are smaller than me and put them on. But then it became this whole game where you would like pay, you could pay people or like exchange favors or like get connections to get your music reposted. And as soon as that started happening, obviously not everything is like, people aren't necessarily reposting music that they would like always stake their name on, be like, yes, I approve this music. It's like, well, we had an agreement to like repost this song or whatever. Anyways, it just would clog the entire feed because it would just all be reposts of like, you know, people that you weren't, I don't know. It just was annoying, and you had to get an extension, a browser extension to filter out reposts, but then SoundCloud like killed that and it didn't have it. But long story short, you can now turn it off, which is nice. So now I can kind of scroll through. If I don't want to like, find a new artist that I'm not already following, then I could use this. And I usually kind of do that because I am almost at the max limit that SoundCloud allows to follow. They actually max out at 2,000 follows. You can only follow 2,000 people. And that was like such a frustrating thing. And I hit that like 5 or 6 years ago. And a couple years ago, I just went through a bunch of follows and unfollowed a bunch of people that were no longer active so I could go follow more people. But anyways, this is all to say I have a lot of stuff in my feed for people that I follow because I follow a lot of people. And is Bunda making music again? Bunda is like a shit post, dubstep shit post project. I wonder if it's the same people or not. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I think I saw is there a dubstep B-side? I thought I saw something, but Visage is solid. 1985, super solid label. Tight. Some nice liquid drum and bass. Ooh, more liquid. Very nice. Is this a Patreon exclusive Infect track? Probably. Yep. It's still gonna be gas though. It is gas. We'll have to check out. Oh, it's a 2023 album from Cursa. Come on, SoundCloud. Load more music, please. I guess not. Well, let's just go through some of my recent likes. And here, what we got. See if there's anything that was super special that I remember I really wanted to share. Let's just pick a couple random ones and see what the deal is. Let's listen to this Result track. Result is a super cool artist. Wish they would make more music. Very forward-thinking drum and bass music. Tight. They're probably one of the best in the game in doing this sort of minimal, really dry sounding drum and bass. And their claps, their snares are so good. They've really nailed it. The stereo width So good. Something completely different. Haven't listened through this project yet. Jeb is a really cool artist. Another one kind of in the vein of hyperpop, bass music, sort of combo. This is on my to listen to for the past month or so. Kind of similar to Great Milk, another really cool artist. Really cool name. Great Milk is a really crazy name. Oh, no way. Zeroth did some mixing mastering for it. Tight. Something special I wanted to show, and I'm trying to find it. Ooh, key change. Still looking for something in the background. Just give me a minute. While I'm looking, this track is so good. It kind of just, I don't know. The original's great. This remix is like so cool. It's like a perfect track. Melody, sound design. It's just very gripping for me for some reason. It's just goosebumps. In the background, you can kind of hear these sort of burial vocals. Oh man, this track is so good. I don't know if it's just me, but I get chills every time I listen to this. So good. Sorry, I'm still looking for something in the background, so apologies for the dead air. Maybe it was in YouTube that I saw what I was trying to show. Yes, I found it. It's like, oh my god, is this thing less media now? Okay, before I show that, for like context, because I know some people are watching that are friends that aren't like into dubstep or not like really just like they're not into the meta, like they don't know all the dubstep lore and stuff, but that track is super cool. But like let's listen to the original, and it's way different, so it's really cool to kind of contextualize what you can do with the remix to recontextualize the meaning of the track, put a new spin on it. So yeah, you're probably like, why is there like a 1 2 3 4 that weird vocal about when there's no more room in hell, the dead will whack the earth? This will make a lot more sense now. There's the counting. So different. Anyway, the remix, you can probably appreciate how cool the remix is. When I was like, oh cool, Grape Milk did a remix of this Crazy Sun Death song. Let's hear what it is, and then just be like absolutely floored by how cool and forward thinking it is. So cool. I could just gush over that track nonstop, but that wouldn't be fun to watch. So let's get to the other sort of stall thing I wanted to do. So the other day I was looking through some YouTube videos and streams, and I was just like scrolling around to see what was on here, and then I saw these two tracks, which were the first tracks that I released ever, that I finished and put out. And I was like, oh wait, those were 11 years old. I put those songs out over 11 years ago. And it's like, wow, I missed the 10-year anniversary of releasing music, like producing music. And I was like, I haven't listened to these in years, and I figured it'd be cool to listen through at least one of them, and maybe next stream we can go back and listen to the other, because I think this is the only place where I have these. Like, they might be somewhere hidden on Bandcamp, but I looked through my SoundCloud uploads and they're not uploaded there anymore. They just seem to be on my YouTube. So I figured it'd be kind of cool to listen through it before we get to making music. Cause I haven't listened to this in ages. I want to listen to see kind of how far I've gone. And like see if I was making gas in 2015. So before we listen, cause I know I want to give some more context. At that time I was really into drum and bass, and it's probably kind of insane to have your first music be put out drum and bass, because the stereotype of drum and bass is that it is so hard to make and requires a lot of effort and experience. And I don't know if I embodied that, but it was the first thing I threw out into the world. And I mostly just have it hidden because it's 2 aliases ago. My first alias was Safeco, which is closest to what I am now, which is Safco. Safeco is kind of an inside joke because, yeah, that's how people would mispronounce my name. If they didn't know how to pronounce it, they would say Safeco. So I was like, it's kind of cool if I stylize it like this. So I embraced that. And this would have been end of high school. This track, I think the theme, if it's not obvious by the title, it will be obvious as to what it's about when you hear it. And I remember it was just made pretty soon after Serum, the synth, came out. And I was learning how to use that, and definitely learning like the building blocks of music. So let's listen to it and see what it sounds like. I made the artwork myself, and of course it's gonna look like a crazy JPEG. I don't know why, but let's do it. Made the artwork by hand. It wasn't digital, by hand. Love Impossible Triangles, love tessellations, love MC Escher. I still actually kind of like the stylization, the logo. It is actually on theme for Xenomorph, the typology for Alien. Let's go. I'm kind of nervous. Whoa, I have something animated? Okay. I guess just the animated intro. This is definitely still learning how to write melodies, because this is just like very minimal. Sidechain is crazy. I'm not gonna be too critical of it. Whoa. I was very indulgent in writing really long songs. Crazy symbol.
Anything? It's inside the complex.
This breakdown's pretty cool. I could make a VIP of this. I like how this is a switch up from the intro. If anything, I'm consistent. I still make drum and bass. Alien is still one of my all-time favorite movies, if not my favorite movie. But obviously, my songwriting and sound design abilities have greatly improved. Let's see how far we're a bit halfway.
Anything? It's inside the complex.
I forget what I do. if there's a variation here, switch up. Is it just one extra note? It's still cool.
This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo.
Do I have any like hats or anything? If I do, they're really low in the mix. That's why I went crazy with the drum pattern, with the kicks. Okay. Triplet fell. And we're probably just gonna repeat and fade out. Okay, bringing in the atmosphere of the intro. Hey, I'm not mad. It definitely gives beginner, but that's what it was. And I'm glad that back then I wasn't. Actually, I think I was still I definitely was still a perfectionist. I just didn't know enough to like be super critical or know what to change. I remember struggling so much with learning how to mix it and master tracks, what that process was like, what the actual tools do, like how much compression, what do I even need compression for? Just kind of like just doing it without any feedback, because at this point, this is when I was in Pensacola and I didn't really know anybody that was making electronic music besides like one other person. And when I put these songs out, I think it was like really right before I got to meet them. And they also were pretty new to it. So it was kind of like, it was kind of a little bit of an echo chamber, but that allowed me to release the music because it's like I don't really know what else to do it, so I'll put it out. But yeah, I think the idea is there. I back then I definitely was like leaning on. I mean, this was the only track I did have one other track that was like leaning on some sort of existing intellectual property to kind of start somewhere with like a theme, like, oh, you have samples from the Alien movie that already kind of does work in terms of giving an atmosphere and a tone, or like giving you an image in your brain to kind of understand what the song is about and give it kind of like an environment for it to exist in. And so that definitely helped outline things here for me. But yeah, as far as the mixing mastering is not great, but I am pretty happy that the relative levels of things like were okay in terms of like kick and snare, bass, nothing that was obviously like way out of whack, at least judging by beginner standards. But anyways, I that was fun. It's weird because in my memory I only really remember the intro of the track, so I was kind of pleasantly surprised to hear that sort of switch up of like, all right, the intro is one idea, now we're transitioning to the drop, which kind of has this other idea. And I really liked having crazy kick and snare patterns, and that is definitely evident in this first track. So for next time, we'll check out this track, which was kind of like a B-side because I put these two tracks out at the same time. And if you don't recognize the title, it is a like a flip meaning not an official remix. Like I didn't get stems for it. I just bought the song and attempted to reinterpret it and write it. Anyways, it is a Young Lean track. I did a remix of a Young Lean track. That was the second song I put out. And it's a drum and bass remix. So really, like 2015, that was big. Young Lean was really big, and that's like a whole other rabbit hole I could go down to. And sometime in the future, I'll come and revisit this, which was a DIY event that I threw with a couple local friends in Pensacola at our local vegan punk bar, which has like a really a small room. And I think some people, if Matt and Jordan are listening, I'm pretty sure that they've been there. They've probably seen a show there. But this is kind of like, I paid one of my friends to take video of it, and he edited it together, and we added music over it to kind of be not like a time lapse, but showing clips throughout the night of the event we put together ourselves very proudly, did all the promotion, did the art. It was a lot of fun. That was a blast. Very, very cool. Wow. Over 10 years ago. Wow. And it was only a couple months after putting out my first track. That was like a really cool time. And a lot of stuff happening in terms of getting into music stuff. And yeah. Cool. All right. I've already been live for over a half hour, and we haven't even gotten to what the topic of the stream is going to be. So give me 1 second. I'm going to just check the stream to make sure audio's good. And yes. Oh yeah. So sorry. I did miss the chat. Thank you, Court. It's definitely got the goop. It's got the gorp. I appreciate it. I'm glad you approved of it. I'm going to pull up Twitch as well. Or maybe, can I just bear with me while I attempt to get this sorted out? Okay. We're good. Word. Yeah, so before we jump into things, actually, I'll do one more thing, because I will need to take a quick bathroom break. But before we switch to that, I'll first do a little preview of what we're going to be focusing today. And to do that, we're going to switch to an IRL cam. Here we go. Okay, I think it's wanting to be horizontal. Okay, so I am now an unboxing channel. So we are going to do a live unboxing, except the box doesn't have the product in it because I put it in my modular rack. So yeah, I just wanted to show the box and the instructions and things because they did such a cool job integrating everything together. The design is super cool, and I wanted to share it. So yeah, this is a box for a new modular module that we're going to mess around with tonight. It is, I actually don't know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled EISEI by Unknown Devices is the name of the module. And, you know, all the modules come in their own box, and, you know, some makers will put in a lot of effort to kind of do some design on their own cardboard box and put a lot of thought into it. And some don't, some will just be very utilitarian, but it's always cool to me to kind of see. And this time I was like, oh, I want to share this because it's cool. And we want to appreciate the effort that they put in. I really enjoy all of the color scheme. It's really cool. Uh-oh, hello. Reconnecting. Okay, there we go. The color scheme is very cool. And the design is very cool. And a really cool thing that they said is you could actually, you know, this belongs to this person. So I could write my name on here. And this is the company logo. Very cool. On the back, we have some cool typography saying hello worlds. And hello world is a reference to kind of one of the first things you do when you start learning a new programming language. Usually the first exercise is learning how to make that language print to the screen the phrase hello world as kind of like an in-joke, like, haha, the computer is self-aware, it's saying hello world. So if you've heard that phrase, that's kind of the origin of it. And some cool extra detail on the bottom, including the dimensions. And something cool I showed Court is, I believe this is the serial number, so I believe I have the 7th one. The company Unknown Devices, they're from Italy. I was on the pre-order for this. It just came in yesterday, and I did some messing around with it. It's very cool. I'm excited to show it. And you would think, oh yes, Hello World is definitely a Slay the Spire reference, as that predates all programming languages. So yeah, you'd think that the coolness would end there, but they actually have unique design on the interior as well. Very cool. Again, the hello worlds mentioned, a very cool gradient. And I'm kind of a freak, and actually I can kind of show it, in that I keep all my modular boxes. I don't know if, yeah, you can see, but all these boxes in my closet, those are all from different modules, not only because it's really cool to kind of keep it, but a lot of modular gear retains its value, especially if you have its original packaging. And you know, sort of the thing with modular is to swap out all the modules you have, because it's modular, and that's fun. And so I like to keep all this stuff. Sorry. My phone is reconnecting. Well, let's try this. All right, sorry. Hang with me for a minute. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to use my phone as an additional camera, and it keeps deciding to not do that. So I am, let's see, what if, here's what we can do. We're going to do this. Live debugging. Yes, of course, I want to trust this computer. It's my computer. Okay, we're back. Apologies. But yeah, so another cool thing is they had their own paper manual. A lot of companies these days, which I respect, don't have a paper manual just to save the world, etc. But I always appreciate it when they do, and I'll open that up shortly. And on top of all this, they included a bunch of really cool stickers. So, yeah, very cool design. Haven't put any on things yet, but I really appreciate that they're small, because us people that love our stickers, all the big stickers take up all the real estate. So, for example, my water bottle, which is turned out to be kind of like mostly eurorack stickers, but also some other things, like that's an upscale sticker, a really cool label. The water bottle itself is actually a modular reference, Halcyon sticker. But anyways, what I'm getting at is all these big stickers take up so much realty space. So I really appreciate it when there's smaller stickers that can be used to fill in the gap. So yeah, I'm going to set the camera down and open up the manual so you all can see it. It's more of a quick start than a full manual, because it just kind of hits the main points. So you don't need to see all of the detail, but I appreciate the diagram pointing out to each button what it does and describing some of the parameters. But the extra super bonus is at the back is a little black and white poster. Isn't that cool? I really appreciate the effort that they put into the packaging, even though that's like technically nothing to do with the the module itself. Like, oh, it's not going to make better sounds because it has cool packaging, but it's just cool. I appreciate it when people are like, how can I put my personality into this? How can I make something cool and design something cool? And yeah, so that being said, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break and I'll be right back, and we will switch the camera over to checking out the modular and start playing around with this new module and have some fun with it. So in the meantime, I'm gonna put up a be right back and play some more of Undertale. Brain is broken today. It's been a long week and I've got a lot happening in my life right now. So it's not Undertale, it's underscores album U. Be right back.
Last night, I had a wet dream about the perfect song. I know I'm too far gone. Opened my eyes and forgot all of the notes. By any chance, you know how it goes. There's something up with you that I just can't get a read on. When you walk into the room, it's like you have a theme song and it's really calling me. So I might as well just do it. Ain't nothing stopping me. It's just when I'm with you, it feels like music. It's happening again. I feel the BPM, I feel the music. Usually I'm hard to please, but I feel the harmony. It's a miracle. You're not New York Catholic and not LA spiritual. I just can't stand when people talk that they're a therapist, but your words sound like they come from God. I can't compare to it. I try and I don't know what to do. Never tell this well with someone. I just wanna catch up to you, and I don't know where it comes from. And the night is fast asleep, and there's no way you can move it. You don't wanna stay back for me. It's just when I'm with you, it feels like music. It's happening again. I feel the BPM, I feel the music. Usually I'm hard to please, but I feel the harmony, I feel the music. It's happening again. I feel the BPM, I feel the music. Usually I'm hard to please, but I feel the harmony.
We're back. I'll let the music play while I'm getting camera set up.
Rock, electronic rap, rock and roll, non-stop, avant-garde, talking on the phone and sound like pop rock, electronic rap, rock and roll, bass bomb, supersonic, won't you take me home and sound like pop rock, electronic rap, rock and roll, non-stop, avant-garde, talking on the phone and sound like pop rock, electronic rap, rock and roll, bass bomb, supersonic, won't you take me?
We don't give a fuck.
Song is so good. Go check her out. Again, that's underscores album U, as in the letter U. All right, we're gonna switch gears and let me get things adjusted here. I think face cam is gonna be really small just because I don't know if the camera is gonna be on my face. So bear with me while I get the things I want in frame. Almost there. I know filming gear is kind of annoying, especially I've seen demos where it's like impossible to kind of see what people are pointing to or looking at. So I want to try and fill the frame as much as possible. Yeah, and for now, no, I'm not doing an emergency call. Please don't do that, iPhone. Oh, and it decided to zoom out as well. That's weird. Okay, well, this is fun. I meant to have this set up before, but that's gonna be good enough for now. So yeah, so the annoying thing is I'm using this weird like rubber stand for my phone, so it's not like super easy. So thank you for bearing with me. All right, we're gonna do a couple more housekeeping things. Make sure we have audio. And make sure. All right, let me know in the chat if you hear the sound. I'm gonna check on stream what the relative levels are so that my voice isn't too much louder or quieter. Cool. All right, I've already been live for over half. All right, let me know in the chat if you hear the sound. I'm gonna check on stream what the relative levels are so that my voice isn't too much louder. Sorry for the feedback. And I'm gonna make sure we're not clipping. We're clipping a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna listen to myself back on the stream to make sure it sounds good. Sorry for the feedback. Okay, I'm gonna listen to myself back on the stream to make sure it sounds good. Sidechain is kind of crazy, so give me a second to get that figured out too. Sorry. Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Bear with me. Okay, check 1 2, check 1 2. Okay, this can be good enough. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Okay, thank you for letting me indulge that, and sorry for the annoying drone. So here we go. Yeah, so here is the new module. And as you can see, there is such a fun idle animation on it. Again, I love the attention to detail. Having this guy saying like, yo, are you there? Like, are you going to play me? But yeah, so I'll do a brief explanation of what I've got set up right now. Right now, I just have the 4 outputs going into a mixer, 2 going into a left channel, and 2 going to the right. So that way we basically kind of turn this into a stereo device. And basically what we have is you see these 4 different little guys orbiting in the center, and we have the ability to control the speed that they go in. And I'll turn it back up. But before we hear something, we're actually going to have to load something in, because right now there's nothing loaded. So let's load this. So basically what you see here is what they call a datum, which is kind of like a frequency response that gets pulled in and is what you're going to be playing back. So essentially you see each one of these orbits following that motion through time, and it kind of sounds like, you know, a wave going from high to low of frequencies spectrum. And you have the ability to change the rate of each of these 4 outputs. So each of those 4 dots correspond to each one of these outputs. Turn this knob to speed it up. Can get quite fast. Very cool sound. And you also have the ability to change the rate of each of these guys individually. So you do that by pressing the satellite and selecting one. And this is so cool, isn't it? You have the ability to have this little touch capacitive guy where you can manually place the orbits in a specific location and let it play. But to change the rate, we select the orbit that we want, or the satellite we want, and then twist the knob. So now A is going to be, let's make it slower than the full rate. And we go to B, make it a little bit faster. C, even faster. And then D will make the fastest. And if you press the button, it locks. So now you'll see the representation of how things are moving. And if you wanted to manually put them in a specific spot, you can, you know, rotate the wheel around. Let's slow it down so we can kind of see everything going.